Hello and welcome to Microsoft Excel tutorial from ITAMI, and this is tutorial number 48. And in this tutorial we're going to see how to give a name to a range of cells. In the previous video we saw how to give a name to a cell. So let's get started. Okay, so let's first of all put a heading over here. I'm going to create a quarterly sales for a company. So I go to Alt H M and press enter key and perform the merge. Going to show quarterly sales. I have region over here. Let's put the name Alt HJ and I go ahead with the title, and this is region. I have already created a custom list so I can perform the autofill. Over here I want quarter one. Here also I can use autofill, 4 quarters. And here I need to enter so many numbers. I'm pretty lazy, so I'll be using function called rand between. So it gives a random number between two numbers. So rand between, I want to generate random numbers between 5,000 and 10,000. And for filling up in all the cells I can use control enter and it fills up the value in all the cells. Now the problem over here, because these are the formulas, the random formulas, every time I do any modification they will get recalculated. So I don't want that. So I will just copy this, control C and then control alter V, and I want to paste the value. So I want to just remove the formula. When I click on OK, now you can see these are the values. Hit escape key to get rid of those marching ants. Now let's do a little bit of formatting. Cell style, it's accent, and for these values I want to have a lighter, and then I want to have total. Excel is intelligent enough to automatically extend the formatting, and now the formula for total is alter key and equals enter, and I want to fill it down. Control D is the shortcut for that. And I'm not getting formatting over here, no problem. I'll just select this cell and I want to do, let's say, this one. Okay, and these are all sales, so definitely it should be formatted as currency without any decimal places. So this is what the data I'm having. Now I want to perform the formatting. So for that, now we need to perform the naming. So the first way, as we did in the previous video, we just need to select the cells for which you want to get the name, and then jump onto the name box and type the new name. So I can click on over here and give the name, or if you remember the keyboard shortcut alter F3, jump up to that and we can give the name. So I want to give the name quarter one, QTR, and you know the rules, because the names cannot have spaces in between, so I should type QTR1 without space, or if you want to give a space in between, just put _1, so it's better to read. So QTR1 and press enter key and the name is given. Now over here also I want to give the name, so I select all these cells. The second way we talked about was going to the formula tab, and from here you say define name, and I click on that, and you can see Excel automatically identified for these cells you want to use this heading as the name. It's suggesting QTR_2, and I'm fine with that. I click on OK and the name is given. So you can see now I have two names, QTR1 for the first quarter and QTR2 for the second quarter. And if you remember the third way from the previous video, we can select the entire table like this, and then I say create from selection. Control Shift F3 is a shortcut for that. When I select that, now it's asking for these cells where you want to get the name from. By default it has identified that the top row is having the name, so QTR1 would be the name given to these 4 cells, QTR for these 4 cells. I click on OK, and now you can see all the quarters have been given the name. Same if you want to give the name to these regions, you can definitely select that all entire table and click on create from selection. Now Excel has identified the first left column is having the names, so it will take from that and click on OK, and now you can see we have got the east, these cells, and then we have east, north, south and west. So all the cells have been given name. Now the beauty of those names is that if I want to calculate the sum for the quarter, I don't need to say equals to sum opening parenthesis and then typing the starting address like C4 colon C 7, right? This is how normally we talk about ranges. But now as we have given the name to these cells, to these range, what I can do is I can say sum of Q, T, and you can see in the IntelliSense you are getting the list of all the quarters. I simply press tab, enter, and you get the result. Equals to sum Q, I select the second one, enter, equals to sum quarter 3, enter, equals to sum quarter 4, enter. So you can see that this formula is much more readable as in comparison to the name ranges that we were talking about before. Same thing we can do over here. We can use these range names. So I can say alt equal. Now you can see when I'm using this alter and equal keyboard shortcut, by default Excel is automatically using the name rather than using those ranges C4 to F4. So I press enter key, and I cannot use autofill. If I use autofill, you can see all of this formula is pointing to the same row, so that's not what I want. So I will have to delete that, and alter equal, enter, alter equal, enter, alter equal, enter. So this is how we can do the calculation. And we have not given the name to this total, so if I select this and I say define the name, it's going to give the name total, and then I can say equals to sum of total, enter, and this is the grand total. So let's format it from home, cell styles, and this is the total, and let's format these cells also with this and like this. So this is all about formatting and giving name to the ranges. Hope you like this video. If you have any other questions or comments, please post in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.